LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and oh, that seemed quite loud. Wait, is that blowing out eardrums? It might be. Hopefully it's not, but yeah, we're going to be going into our first game of the qualifiers. Let's turn this down just a little bit. I don't know how loud this is realistically being. It's a brand new microphone. You have to deal with it for a little bit. Hopefully I can sort things out throughout the day. But yeah, we're going to be going into Team Spirit versus forZe. Now, for some of you who do normally ask me questions and stuff, there's like a 2-minute delay on the stream today because the Russians get priority. That's the way it is at Starlight, unfortunately. The Russians get the priorities. They wanted 0-second delay, so I have to put a delay on the stream. So it means that talking to you guys is going to be a little bit more difficult. You may have to wait a little bit for any responses, but yeah, nothing I can do about it, so that's a shame. But yeah, hopefully we'll be going into this one fairly soon. Don't know what is the... Have fun, 89, 80, and then something else. I don't know. Either way, while we wait, we can, of course, look at some of the wonderful odds supplied by insert brand here. They have been brought to us by... wait for it. Oh, it doesn't exist. There are no... Really? Title does not exist in the current style. Oh, okay. Well, clearly I can't show the odds, so... they're one... Oh, no, that's because I'm on the wrong one. Ah, now it should work. There you go. That's for the pistol round. Let's go, let's go the winner of that one. Supposedly, it's going to be Team Spirit by a landslide. What about the overall? Where's the overall winner? They not have an overall winner? What? Okay. Oh, that's not even the right... What is going on here? It's changed the damn thing. Now I'm really confused. StarSeries Qualifier. Now we switch to this. Ah, those are the correct odds. That's a good start. Now do I have a match winner? That's the one I want. There we go. Team Spirit is supposedly going to be winning this one. You can take that as you like. Let's get rid of this. We're now into our knife round. And yeah. Going to be going into Mirage. It is the first map of 3. Second will be Overpass, and the third will be Cobblestone. Now, I am actually also going to be favouring Spirit. I'm going with the odds. And, yeah, I think that realistically... This should be one taken home by them, just because at the moment we obviously have some sort of players, like, missing, like, there's been new changes to forZe. Like, I don't expect them to be able to come into this one high-flying and just absolutely obliterating everyone. They've got some decent players. I was impressed with Jerry from what I saw recently. And that sound seems very loud. Might just be loud for me. Is it loud on the stream? Who knows? Someone will have to tell me in 2 minutes' time when the delay goes off. But, yeah, hopefully... Not too bad for you guys. Loud for me, but I suppose I could just turn myself down. Either way, we are going into what is our pistol round. Lots of decoys picked up by forZe, so maybe some decoy strat. Like, it actually kind of pained me to say that. And yeah, we're going to be going into... our pistol already. Some aggression being taken into middle. The T side have just gone barreling straight in. This is going to be the push from the T's. They'll get the bomb down fairly easily, in fact. There's not going to be much of a challenge here. Looking like more of a retake strategy. Sophic is set up with a smoke and a kit. Already there's going to be a kill coming in for Coldy on this retake. Already the boost actually does do the work. I'm quite surprised that that worked so effectively. And the T's are meanwhile going to be looking to just try and stop this defusal as the smoke will go down. Sophic just goes straight for it, and well, he's taking some damage in the smoke, but he is going to survive. So CT side will take themselves the pistol. They're looking to try and get rid of Jerry, who will at least make himself a little bit of extra cash, but not anything too worrying for the CT side, and it's already going to be Team Spirit off to a flying start. Quick trade into middle. We're going to lose Sophic. And we've actually had an AK dropped over. Or is that actually bought by Jerry alone? Yeah, I think it was. He had enough money to actually just buy. He got 4 kills in the previous round. So plenty of extra cash for him. And he's gone for an AK to try and do some damage in this round. Davkost, however, is making that cash back, and the one-man rifle is eventually going to fall. Malik only going to be the one alive, and it will be Team Spirit to take themselves to second already. No real difference done. Obviously, the bomb helps them buy into this one anyway, with Jerry just limited, but the fact is, he didn't actually do too much damage in the previous round, so it isn't going to affect the CT side too much. Orp will come in. Some Die Young will have himself an SMG. Other than that, it's a pretty decent buy. He's taking some early middle control. Almeiser, not someone I know too much about, or Almeiser. Would have been better if his name was Almazing. There you go. That's I've upgraded your name for you, buddy. Topfic. Would connect the control, but already Davko's finding that opener. Is that XC Power? That name is brilliant. I love it. Gonna have Jerry looking to try and do some extra damage. He actually did an awful lot of the pistol rub with his 4 kills, but... well, no, 3 kills. It must have been 3, because he got 1 with the AK at the beginning. So yeah, 3 kills. Obviously, this is for a spot in the semi-final. There's only 1 spot in the CIS qualifier, and I think Gambit definitely have their names written on it at the moment. I don't think anybody's going to be doubting them, although in online play it's definitely possible. Amazer will be able to get 1 back, but it is just going to be Demon to trade, and they've got a little bit stuck over towards that ramp position. Malik trying to sneak forward, but they already know they're here. It's a full rotation from the CTs already, and they're getting absolutely shut down. It's only going to be Almeiser left, and he will fall as well. And I wonder if I should turn things. I don't know how loud that is for you guys, but it's really loud for me. Let's just, you know, if it's too quiet, someone will have to let me know. But that gun volume is like burning through my ears. Once again, T's not going to have much into this one, just a small investment, a pistol or 2, and hoping to do some damage, really. I was impressed by what I saw from forZe at the Betnet Masters, managing to do quite a bit of damage against teams that they really shouldn't have been able to do anything against, but getting rid of Little was an interesting one to me. However, this round seems to be working fairly well considering what they invested. Only some Die Young and Coldy left. I will say that, for me at least, they seem like 2 of the more heavy hitters, but Jerry's just going ham. He really is looking to drag this team through, kicking and screaming, and only the FPL youngster, Some Die Young, left to try and fight this back. Awful lot for him to do. Jerry's holding the angle. He would have to do some filthy level pre-fire here, although... oh, there it is! There you go! He does pull off some filthy level pre-fire. However, he should be dead from behind, or I say that. His opponent gave away his position. He's going to know. He's going to have a decent idea of where he is. He does have a kit. Doesn't spot on Malik, but again, he's found out some information there, and Malik gives away his position as well. He'll go down. Now this is looking pretty good, and Some Die Young, he may just look to try and hold on to the diffuser. Almeiser has to go for the peak, and I think he's got this. Some Die Young's just going to defuse the bomb. 1v3. Easy peasy. And there were so many mistakes made in that. I don't even know what to say. Like, all in all, if you take that from the beginning and say a bomb plant and 4 kills for forZe, they'll take it. They would have taken it with what they invested. But it comes down to a 1 versus 3, and that is never a round you should lose. That is never, ever, ever a round you should lose. Either way, T's, they have themselves a proper buy. It's 4-0. They can definitely bring this back versus Team Spirit. Jerry has looked pretty good so far, but yet to see too much from the new boys on the block. There's 3 of them, in fact, so quite a hefty change to this forZe roster. Jerry, though, he's going to start things off again. Looking for some re-aggression from Coldy, who wants to trade this back early on, but he doesn't know where his opponent is, and Jerry sat above. May be able to hold on to things here. Does go down. Back to a 4v4. Majority of them gathered up over towards this B side of the map, but no real dedication yet. Could easily split back down through the underpass. Yeah, I call it the business. That's what it's called. Don't worry, you're going to see the answer to your question in about 2 minutes' time. Already. Sunday Young is down, but Deem is already here on the rotation. 40 seconds left on the clock, and the rest of the team are going back towards the A site. However, it still comes back into a 2 versus 2, so it's definitely not done just yet. Davkos still alive and kicking with that AWP, and it's FaceCrack and Malik as the 2 to try and hold on. Deem pushing in through the connector as well. The one worrying thing is that rotation. That long rotation coming in from FaceCrack gives so much space to Malik to sort of just play a little bit. And actually, Demon's not going to spot him at all. Gives him that opportunity. No kit for Davkos. Realistically, should just be looking to save. And with the amount of damage that was done in the previous round, he really needs to hold on to this weapon. They're going to have next to nothing, and it won't happen either way. It is going to be 4-1. forZe have themselves on the board. And well, look at what comes back. Sundayoung could realistically go for a glass cannon orb, which he will. It gives them a little bit of hope in this one. And Davkos saves a small amount of cash for when they do inevitably go for another buy. But that will be a couple of rounds away. Already, though, Sundayoung does open things up. XC Power. Can you answer those questions? Sure, Toaster. You can give it a go. Side. Just going to set up for a standard execute. They may not have expected there to be an AWP on the other side, so they may not actually know what sort of buy Team Spirit have, but Sophics already going to open one up. Find a second kill for them, and now the remaining 3 players all pushing in from one angle into, well, not a stack site, but one where Sophic has already gone aggressive and found a flank in from behind. Sundayoung catches another, and surely this is over. It's down to just Almeza. A bullet on any gun will take him down, and Sundayoung with a quad kill. Not even taking a point of damage. An impressive round from him, and what was a chance for the T side to start building into this game actually becomes their undoing. Once again, T's in trouble. Money not there. They're just going to have to wait. They're going to have to wait and buy into the next round. It means that we're going to have another round of just anti-eco tactics. Now, remember the last anti-eco that we had from Team Spirit, they almost lost it. So, let's see if they can keep this one a little bit cleaner. Push going to be coming in. I'm not quite sure what this is, because it looks like a fake. Now, a fake normally makes sense if you have the bomb going somewhere else. That's how a fake normally works. Instead, they've just had 2 players run into the B site. Jerry's managed to find one once again, and Davkos has just slaughtered the remaining players. So it wasn't really a fake. It was almost just like a, hey, let's run in and die. Which I would say, all in all, is probably not the best strategy in Counter-Strike. But we do now have that buy coming back in. Maxi Power being thrown in AWP. Now, he does have quite big boots to fill. I would say that Little was one of those AWPers that can definitely take over a match, and for quite a while now has impressed me, at least at like a sort of lower tier level. So I'm definitely interested to see if this man was worth the change. Same time, I can't say I've seen anything of him, so maybe he is. Maybe he is. Not yet brought anything to life. He is 0, 1, and 7. The other new boy is 5 and 7, and then the other is 4 and 6. As said, it's sort of early days for this new forZe roster. I don't really expect too much from them as of yet. Maybe more changes to come. Maybe not even official changes. They could just be stand-ins for all I know. Side already down to the bare bones utility, a couple of flashbangs and a singular smoke, and that smoke has just been expended. I think that's going to go down to cover off the connector. CTs don't have too much either, bear in mind. Davkos with 1 incendiary, but he's not going to be using it. He has the AWP homed in. It would be silly for him to try and peek out at this point, and actually he's not going to hit the shot. Flashbang will go over, and that flashbang is perfect, actually. Almeza will eventually trade back, but he's down to just 20 HP. 17 seconds, bomb dropped, and that's it. Round done. Nothing that Malik can do. It's going to be 7 to 1. Fairly simplistic stuff. And we're actually going to see a pause called in. So, yeah, definitely not the way that they wanted to sort of start off this game. Again, even though that they had the buy in the previous round, there's such minimal loss bonus at the moment for the T's that they're still not going to have a buy into this one. 2,400 in their pockets, and yeah, it's not the best, is it? It's not the best. He's probably just going to have to buy a couple of pistols in this one, try and do some damage once again. Like, we haven't seen Team Spirit build up a ludicrous amount of cash. Like, they'd have a rebuy if things went wrong, but they'd still be fairly easily reset. But they're still in a very commanding position. 7-1 up. Also, it's worth noting that this is actually the map pick of forZe. So, yeah, they sort of want to be winning this one. I feel like Overpass is such a tactically deep map that a team that hasn't been together for too long are definitely going to struggle. I think Mirage was probably one of the better picks for them, but so far, not so good. Maxi Power takes a little bit of damage, and Optic actually reduced the low HP. Actually, the same for Dima. These pistols seem to be doing much more than the buys themselves at the moment, which is positive for them with the pistols, but such a huge negative when it comes to the actual buy rounds. CTs playing a much more sort of passive style in this one. You can see Coldie just holding to make sure there's no ability to flank. While the T's, they've just posted up. They're waiting to see if anybody will try and find out a little bit of information. CTs aren't moving. They're just waiting. 35 seconds left on the clock, and Deem is still going to be towards the back of sight. I'm liking this sort of crossfire with him and Sumda Young, which probably isn't going to be expected. Dima now, well, there is that second thorn in the side, and they're trying to split it in from behind, but coldie has that perfectly covered. Well played by Team Spirit. There's no way that this round can ever be won by forZe, and, well, coldie hasn't even moved. He's not worried at all. He expects the second player to come in on the flank, and easiest kill of his life. 8-1. Team Spirit firmly in the driver's seat for this victory. Well, forZe, they need to make a change. XC Power, he has himself that AWP. Again. Hasn't done anything, but there we go. He gets his first kill. He's on the board. Very quick trade from davkos. Not going to make it last long at all. And the man who goes down is Jerry, who is top of the board. And they leave a gap in the smoke. That's a mistake. And davkos is looking to try and just ruin them through the back of it. Face crack, hoping that he's still waiting around. But the fact is the CTs have taken a man advantage and left. Such a horrible position for forZe once again. Again, they've taken some map control. And actually, SomeDaeYoung is going to get a little bit overzealous and gets caught out. Leaves Sophic alone on the site. Be looking to try and just hold on here. Minute left on the clock and the rotation comes in from one of his teammates. Face crack wins the battle once again. And davkos very quick again with the trades. Has to be careful. Malik, he's given a chance there. And instead, davkos just tears them limb from limb. Leaves it down to just one. XC Power versus his AWPing opponent. Misses the shot. davkos will miss as well, but it won't matter. It is going to be coldie to close things down. A great round from davkos. 4 kills come out from him. forZe look more like a... Yeah, no. forZe, to be fair to forZe, they have got a brand new roster. Like, I'm pretty sure they've made 3 changes. I like the fact that they've tried to shake things up. The problem, it's a bit weird because they sort of removed Little, who I believe was in-game leading and AWPing, which is quite a hefty change to make. Like, if you change someone who's such a crucial member of this team, has been a big leading part in this roster and all its previous iterations in Spartak, it's quite weird. That is an interesting nade from SomeDaeYoung, a backwards thrown HE into his own pocket, pretty much. Actually, these are able to do quite a lot, considering they've only purchased into 1 AK. It's been juggled around from the get-go, and, well, Dima is still just shutting things down low on the site, and, well, again, 10-1. It's not looking good, is it? forZe are getting slapped. Quick push into middle, and Sophic was already going to kick things off. This is trying to be a quick split on towards the A side, but they're already taking so much damage. coldie finds another one on the site, and this is so disjointed from forZe. It is looking like a new team, I'll be honest. The push into middle failed, then the solo push onto the A site failed. His teammates were still waiting on ramp, so now they're in a 3 versus 5. CT side have once again fallen back into passive positions. They've got no reason to take any sort of aggression. They're in such an advantageous spot. Wonder how they're going to get back into this one. Bomb. Is that actually being planted? I thought it would be a fake. Never mind. Jerry trying to plant the bomb, and Jerry is down. He's finally been caught by Tom. Cat's out of the bag, and this is just destruction. There's not really too much you can say about this. XC Power at least looking to try and pad his stats a little bit. The CT side will want to remove this AWP from his hands. And it's a shame because he seems to have the right idea of where all these players are. But we're in a 1 versus 5. There's not too much you can do about it. 11-1. Pause. I imagine this is tactical, but it's getting to the point where I don't really know what you can say. Like, these are situations where I'd actually like to be able to listen and also understand the comms. Because what do you even say here? So, guys, we're getting destroyed. Getting destroyed more than Shaq's girlfriend. And, yeah. Let's win. You could just say that maybe they're having one of those moments where you sort of, like, they've noticed some obvious mistakes, or they just want a moment to call off, because obviously it's quite an intense atmosphere. This is for they've been invited, they've got through to the second stage. If they win this stage, they actually go to the main tournament, so there's a lot on the line. Just maybe trying to calm some nerves, or say, you know what, look, we're far down, let's try something a little bit different. There's plenty you could say, but at the same time, when it's 11-1, I feel like there's going to be somebody listening just going, yeah, come on, man. We know that this is done. Already, more of the same. Sotfik with a double in the window. Bomb dropped. He even goes peeking for more, wanting to take the fight. Nice shot from Malik, at least. Almeza's given an opportunity, but versus the AWP isn't going to be able to take it, and, wow. Looking like more of the same. 12 seeming inevitable, and Cody will close it. 12-1. Team Spirit absolutely annihilating forZe, and oh, they're looking good. It's difficult to say in the early stages of a team whether or not this is Team Spirit looking very, very good or their opponents looking bad, but I'm hoping it's a bit of both. I'm hoping that this is definitely not like the best we'll see. I know it won't be the best we'll see from forZe, and I'm also hoping that this is a good showing from Team Spirit, because I would love to see them do well at these sort of qualifiers. Obviously, as said, Gambit is in the bracket as well, so they're the ones expected. It's only one slot for CIS. Davcost gone for that aggressive peek. Jerry's going to be waiting patiently. A little bit of utility being expended over towards the A side. Davcost actually won't connect the shot. It is just going to be a quick trade early on. They are going to have this push out on towards the site. They haven't actually spotted Coldy, who's still just lurking, but XE Power is just about quick enough to try and take one down. Maybe a second round on the board here, unless someone could do something about it, and Jerry is just holding down wall. Double Molotov into the same spot, but they do get a little bit lucky, and now Sumda Young left into an impossible situation. It will be a second on the board. But of course, the CTs are going to have plenty of money to buy back into this. No problems there. They'll comfortably be able to purchase. XE Power. That early pick. Tries to hit the timing shot, but nothing to be had just yet. This is a much faster push once again. They're looking to just try and take the fight. I don't know what Almeza's doing. Maybe he's wearing some dark tinted glasses and didn't spot Sotfik on the steps, but definitely making things easier. CT side. Try and peek out here. Jerry does manage to catch one off, but Coldy's there, easily able to trade. Still, it's come back into a 2 versus 2. A possible scenario here for this P side will be XE Power and Malik to try and save them. XE Power does manage to find one. Sumda Young falls as well. 12-3. Now Team Spirit. See if they can close things out. It's very common for teams sort of to have those problems towards the end of the half. They take the foot off the gas and things can definitely fall a little bit. We'll see if there's a turnaround for forZe. Back into the pistol, though. CT side, they've gone for a heavy stack over towards this A side. A little bit of a gamble. As, of course, this pistol is so crucial for them. And they do have a chance to retake this B site. Seems quite unlikely, though, and they've been very unlucky. It's going to be a rush B. Really need something to be pulled off from Almeza. He does manage to find one at least, but needs to do more, and it is just going to be a quick trade. So, straight-up retake scenario has to come in from the CT side. Aggressive push from Davkos, getting up close to the window. It's going to be lurking. The backlines, you can hear all of the footsteps. Has to be careful, because if someone comes jumping through the window at the same time, he is almost definitely dead. Coley catches one Davkos that he shouldn't get both, and Jerry will thankfully trade, but not this time. Nothing more can be done. It is going to be 13-3. Once more. It is Team Spirit firmly in the lead. CT side have again gone for a little bit more of a gamble over towards this A site, but it is looking bleak once again. As now the CTs, they've just got to stick to their gamble. They can't really look to rotate anywhere. They've just got to hope that they push in, and that makes that look like it should have been on him, but well, their luck has not been there this game. Face crack. Just waiting around the edge of the smoke. Does manage to retrieve a scout, but it isn't going to be something that changes this game. And the T's, all they really have to do here is just gather up towards one of the sites. They know that there's probably somebody over towards A. So realistically, I'd probably suggest going B. But at the same time, when you're in a 5v2, you have the better weaponry. It should just be easy here. In fact, they don't even have Kevlar on one of the players. So as long as they trade effectively, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Also, B-site can have some closer angles, which will benefit these pistols as well. So, either way, we'll get to see. Sunday Young opens up onto Jerry. Face crack now in a 1 versus 5 with a scout. And he gets tucked between two players. 14-3. Spirit. Wow. This should be all but done. And I wonder if forZe are just going to force till the end of the game. Actually not. I can kind of respect the idea that wanting to play a couple, like a buy round or two on your CT side. I don't think they're really going to be expecting to win, but at the same time, if you're going for a force buy in this round, you're not going to get a single buy round at all, so it's understandable that they'll want to make sure that they can have something to play with. CT side, just looking to push up towards short. Davkos has kept himself a scout. Quick cleanup, 15-3. One more round to go, but at least it will be a buy. CT side will have everything they want into this round. Well, other than Kevlar on the AWP. Rifles across the board. I think there's going to be a kit missing as well, which, okay, it's not everything they want, but it's pretty damn close. You can see why the odds were so heavily in the favor of Team Spirit. It's a new team over on forZe, and it's definitely not up to the standard of Team Spirit just yet. We'll see if they can turn things around on Overpass, but I can't say I'm a believer in this comeback. At least they'll have the AWP into this round. XC Power makes the jump. But by the looks of things, the T's are just going to go barreling straight in towards this A site. Already making their push, and they've crossed in the smoke. Jerry manages to pick up two again. Impact frags coming out from him, and this will slow the push. Dima has found another one, and that's a bad miss coming in. A chance for XC Power. They give them an opening here. Now, every single CT player is ready and waiting, and Alec has a chance, but Davkos is just defending his teammate. Spray going through. Still not working out for the CT side, and somehow this has just swung all the way back. XC Power, Glass Cannon AWP, no utility, no kit. This should be all but done, and they know exactly where he is as well. 16-3. is pretty much inevitable here. And he will even be finished off by Dima. First map done and dusted. The second will be coming up shortly. Join me after the break. See if this can be concluded in 2.